Galactical Federation, G4, G4. We in the building, man. We in the building. So, come in, take off your shoes, rest your swords, rest your shields. You know, we got a couple food in the kitchen. We got a new chef in the kitchen. She know how to do hair and everything. So y'all guys gonna come in here. You're gonna get your hair done soon. You know, I know it's been tough out there. You know, when it comes to being out in that hot sun. You know, the weather is it's pretty hot outside. It's been, cooking, but that's a good thing because we're detoxing. So you guys come inside. All right. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are going through a lot right now. You know what I mean? But you handling it. You weathering the storm. You got this. You got this. So, do you believe that you can overcome anything that's impossible? Turn those very legs that you use into a bicycle. Cycling to identify if our actions are reliable to be not likable. If we speak our mind, I'm cool like an AC and calm like a pond with no ripples, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, I want to know what's happening with P. Diddy. It could be a situation where he was just accused of doing something. You know, basically, like, they do that with a lot of black men, including a lot of black American men, is, they build up this little fake case and just try to get him arrested. So I think P. Diddy is innocent. And if he's not innocent, he probably has done things, but, as far as what they probably trying to charge him for, you know what I'm saying? So I would just go with the innocent part, like, buddy innocent, you know what I'm saying? I recently just seen a black man in Florida get smacked up by the police. That's a sad thing. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, I don't know what's going on in Florida, but I'm pretty sure that's a wake-up call for him that might make him start his purpose. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them people, they believe that it's Babylon. So they experience Babylon. They attract that experience to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that people still talk about Essence Festival too. But, one thing, not to go on topic, but, that whole thing with the police, we don't know the full story of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to speak on things I don't know. I just feel like things could have been handled differently. Hey, but it wasn't. That's a part of life over here. You know what I'm saying? Can't let certain things stress me. I feel like there's a whole team that's going to support him and what he does. Now he go about doing whatever it is he got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's going to be handled and dealt with. I see a lot of the FBA, you know what I'm saying, comments as well, going in still with the Essence Festival, which is only right. I'm Black American. I would consider myself to be under that foundation of Black American because I'm foundational. You know what I'm saying? I know who my parents are, my great-grandparents are. So we not even really going to entertain those people, but we going to know that they competing, but we ain't even going to entertain them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to entertain. We see where their mindset is at. And, we're going to move accordingly as far as that's concerned. You feel me? So recently, as far as the Essence Festival and all that shit, man, that's a dub. Shoot, it could have really been controlled. It could have just been the face for people wanting to take over the Essence Festival. It could be that too. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact, though, it's not a good look. Can't be having people manipulate you into doing stuff against your own people. It's not a good look. What else is happening out here? Shout out to Diddy G. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, man. Being on Twitter is an interesting thing, I tell y'all. I don't even really gotta be on there like that. I'm gonna be on there, but I don't gotta be on there like that. You know what what I'm saying? So, what else am I going to talk about today, man? Oh, I wanted to give this quote out. If it's sunny all the time, you feel me? What is it? If it's sunny all the time, it would just be a desert. You feel me? If it's sunny all the time, it would just be a desert. So we need all the elements of life. You know, that's what makes life life. You need rain, snow, sleet, all of that. You know what I mean? Let's recap my mom's situation. My mom had pulled up. You know what I'm saying? She pulled up to the house. You know, what's great about parents, like I said, is, you know, so a lot of times they'll come in, they'll do some cleaning and some cooking. You know, so I got a chance to have my mama's food, and it was real good. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fully get along the whole time, I'll tell you that, but it was good to see her. You know what I'm saying? I saw my brother for a little bit. This man done gained some more weight, but he kind of growing into it. So that's cool. He be out here, he be chilling. You feel me? So, you know, everything is pretty smooth. You know, towards the last day I seen him, you know, we went to some family member's house, and really they don't be picking up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, they pick up the phone when my mom is there and shit, but they don't really be picking up the phone like that. Maybe if I really, really need them or something, they'll pick up on the energy, like, okay, he needs us. But I already been through the whole gang stalking thing, you feel me? Like, where I got gang stalked and shit, and people was after me, and they weren't around. So it really showed me, like, you need to reevaluate your circle. You need to really get some money too, so you can be able to move around. I could be able to move around how I need to move around. God forbid there is a crisis. Who can I call? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna really have my back? So I had to really reevaluate my circle. You know what I'm saying? Reevaluate my circle, man. Real talk. You know? So that's that. Just reevaluate. And you gotta reevaluate. Now, this is the lesson for Galactical Federation. Alright. The reading for today is reevaluate your circle. Make sure your circle is strong. Make sure you have people you can depend on. Make sure you're around people that got your best interests. That's the most important part. It's better to be alone than to be around people you unsure about and shit. Or you gotta keep strong boundaries with them. Not everybody you can allow inside your house and around your energy. You have to be very protective of your energy. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the message for Galactical Federation, man. You know, God will show you who is for you, who's in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Some people is not in your corner, man. I remember, you know, if you in a gang or something, sometimes you might have beef with a certain little clique. Not everybody show up to that shit that's in your gang. You might have like one or two few people that might show up. When you go up to the school and niggas want smoke, you go up to the school, they got their peoples, you got your peoples, you know? So it's cool, like, don't get it twisted, like, it's cool, but to have people, but it's better to be alone and work on yourself than to be distracted. Because when you're moving alone, you're not really looking for validation, you're not in competition, you're not in no bravado. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to, like, you know, run alone sometimes. Sometimes it's good to travel alone too, once in a while, you know. Get a chance to, you know, get blessings and speak to people that you might not have been able to speak to if you rode with a group of people. You know, you get shown a lot of things sometimes when you roll alone. There's women that go out alone. And they be single, they be walking their dog. You know what I'm saying? So you might meet a mate, you might meet somebody. Because they might not get along with your friends, but they could get along with you. You know what I'm saying? And there's, you know, so just make sure you surround yourself, chosen ones. Surround yourself with positive people. You know what I'm saying? You know, I did watch this video, back to P. Diddy. You know, my thoughts is a little scattered, but back to P. Diddy. That man had a video out, black people owning shit and knowing that he need money to do shit. And when that video surfaced, you know, they built a little case on him. That's what I think, man. You know what I'm saying? As for those police officers, they should definitely get investigated. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. But hey man, you know, I don't know what's really going on, but you feel me? Niggas gotta stay vigilant, stay prayed up, and stay being positive. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, like, it's cool. I got a little angel in the energy. She real down to earth. She real cool. And, you know, we'll see where that goes. I've been, it seems like it's something I've been manifesting, and she seemed real valid. And I look forward to having somebody I could watch movies with and stuff like that. But we might have a part 2 to this. Anyway, you guys stay up, you stay blessed, stay positive, and yeah, let's keep it going. Galactical Federation, we out.